हेलो स्टूडेंट, वेलकम टू माय चैनल शिखा शिक्षा where knowledge begin। सो आज के सेशन में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं सैम्पल पेपर जो कि CBSE ने रिसेंटली रिलीज किया है। एंड हियर वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग फॉर टर्म 1 जो कि अभी बहुत जल्द होने वाला है। एंड दिस इज फॉर द ईयर 2020 21 to 22 एंड दिस इज फॉर क्लास 12th एंड वी विल बी डीलिंग विद बायोलॉजी। ओके, so जैसा कि we know that as the exam patterns are being changed, so for this term one now the exam will be in MCQ format, that is a multiple choice question, and the time will be given is 90 minutes. So 90 minutes में आपको 50 questions solve करने हैं and in this 50 you will be given total 60 questions दिए जाएंगे जिसमें आपके internal choices रहेंगे. Okay, so before that let's just see the general instruction, that is very important as new patterns आ गए, so instruction पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay, so the question paper contains three sections. Okay, so the three sections, that is your ABC. So in section A there would be 24 questions and you need to attempt only 20 questions. ठीक है, so 24 से 20, so 4 के alternative options you can have. And section B, it is also 24 questions. Again, you have to attempt only 20 questions. And in section C, you will be given 12 questions. And from that 12 questions, you have to attempt only 10 questions. So that means 2 questions के आपके पास alternate chances है. So all questions carry equal marks. That is your, each question carries 1 marks. Okay. And there is no negative marking. So this is very important. आपको ये पता होना चाहिए, अगर negative marking नहीं है तो make sure that you attempt all questions, that is your 50 questions आप attempt करो. ठीक है, and it will be better that if you can also like attempt 60 questions as well, but as intelligence is दिए गए, so you can do that. Okay, so let's see the questions. किस तरीके के questions पूछे जाएंगे आपको. Start with section A. Okay. So A consists of 24 questions as we have discussed further. So the first attempted 20 question would be evaluated. See, 60 question पूरे करने के साथ अगर आप जो 50 आपको chances दिया है 50 fill करने के लिए, so जो 24 question in section A है, you have to attempt 20 questions and the first 20 attempted. So be confident while selecting the answer or selecting the question. Sorry. Okay. So question 1: the structure of bilobed anther consists of. ओके, सो वी नोट बाइलोब मींस 2 रहते हैं एंड यू आपको बता रहा है इसमें कितने थीका है एंड कितने स्पोरेंजिया. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज 2 थीका एंड 4 स्पोरेंजिया. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट, इन द फिगर ऑफ anatropous ovule given below, choose the correct option for the characteristic distribution of cells within the typical embryo sac. Okay, so here we can see it is, this diagram is very important. Okay, so आप लोग क्या करेंगे, ये डायग्राम घर में बहुत अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे. ठीक है, द लेबलिंग एवरीथिंग एट द ओरिएंटेशन आल्सो. ठीक है, माइक्रोपेलार कौन से साइड पे है, चिलाजल कौन से साइड पे. ओके, so here you have to find out the distribution of the cells embryo sac में कि number of cells in chirazal end कितने होते हैं, number of cells in micropillar end कितने होते हैं, and number of nuclei which is left in the central cell. So the correct answer is your option B, that is chirazal end में 3 cells रहते हैं, micropillar end में 3 cells रहते हैं, and when we talk about nuclei, here is nuclei in the central cell is only 2. Okay, so 3 3 2. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. The coconut water from tender coconut is. Okay, this is also a good question. So जो coconut water में जो tender coconut रहता है, what is it? Whether it's a cellular endospore, free nuclear endospore, or both cellular nuclear, or it is free nuclear embryo. So the correct answer, it is free nuclear endosperm. It is not an embryo. Embryo नहीं होगा. It is endosperm. Endosperm, and that too it is free nuclear endosperm. Option B is the correct answer. ठीक है, you have to be careful. Water की बात हो रही है. ठीक है, अगर वो white kernel की बात होती है that would be cellular, but ये water की बात हो रही है, so free nuclear endosperm. एक ही क्वेश्चन से आपको दो टाइप के वेराइटीज भी आप क्वेश्चन एनालाइज कर सकते हो। क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, pollen grains were well preserved as fossils because of the presence of, so pollen grains को हम as a fossil fuels इस fossils की तरह preserve कर सकते हैं because it is a covering which is made up of sporopollen, so it is resistant to heat and chemicals, ठीक है। सो जिस वजह से क्या होता है वो बहुत समय तक प्रोटेक्टेड रहता है, सो वी कैन प्रिजर्व इट एज फॉसिल्स। सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज sporopollinate. Okay, remember this. Moving on to the question number 5. Of the following statement are true related to seed X and Y? So here we have given two seeds, seed X and Y. So see the images properly. So here we can see जो seed X है, it is a dicot seed, whereas ये seed का diagram है, it is of monocot seed, ठीक है। And what else we can see here? We can also say that the X seed, it is of non-endospermic and non-albuminous, ठीक है। Whereas when we talk about seed Y we can see it as endospermic and albuminous. इसमें endosperm भी है और albuminous भी है. So option 2 and 3 would be most appropriate for seed stating true statement about seed X and Y. So if you see the options given here, so option B would be the correct answer. क्योंकि option second and third statement चाहिए तो option B हमारा second and third statement बता रहा है. Okay.
Question 6. Which of the following statement are correct with respect to hormones secreted by placenta? So आपको इसमें से बताना है इसमें से कौन सा correct statement है with respect to the hormone which is secreted by placenta. So placenta secretes relaxin during the later stage of pregnancy, or it is secretes high amount of FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, or it is placenta secretes relaxin during the initial stage of pregnancy, or it is placenta secretes HCG, that is human chorionic gonadotropin, or it is HPL, that is your human placental lactogen, or it is during pregnancy. Okay, so this would be one of the option that placenta it secretes HCG and HPL, and also it secretes relaxin, but where? At the later stage of pregnancy, because during paturation it is required so that the fetus easily gets out of the vagina, ठीक है। So हमारा option होगा 1 and 4th वाला. So if you look at the option A is the correct answer, ठीक है। Now moving on to the question 7. Okay, so here we can see a figure of female reproductive system. So figure A shows the front view of human female reproductive system, and figure B shows the development of a fertilized human egg cell. तो ये figure A हो गया, and then हमारा figure B. So ये fertilized egg cells है, कैसे initial sperm के आते ही fusion होने के बाद then all these fertilization stage. Now इससे related question क्या है? Identify the correct stage of development of human embryo in the figure B, and that takes place at the site XYZ respectively in the human female reproductive system. Okay, so आपको यहाँ से देखना है इनमें से जो stages दे XYZ. So here we can see first of all here. Okay, so here is the XYZ stage. तो Z stage में कौन सा है, Y में कौन सा है, and then X में कौन सा आता है, ठीक है। So ये हमारा Z है ovaries, okay, and then Y हमारा है ये fallopian tube, okay, and this is your uterus, X है. So if we see the options here, सो जो एक्स था ओवरी में हमारा ब्लास्टोसिस्ट स्टेज है, एंड देन उसके बाद हमारा आफ्टर वाई जो फैलोपियन ट्यूब में फर्टिलाइजेशन कहाँ होता है, फैलोपियन ट्यूब में, तो वो फर्टिलाइज्ड एग है, एंड देन फाइनली Question 7. Figure A shows the front view of human female reproductive system and figure B shows the development of a fertilized human egg cells. Okay, so here we can see the figure A and B here. So ये जो female reproductive system है, here we have been given labeled XYZ. So we'll quickly first of all write what is Z. Z is the ovary. Okay, and this is the fallopian tube, and this is the X will be the uterus. So now in B, as it is given the developmental stage, so let's read the question. Identify the correct stage of development of human embryo from the figure B that takes place at the site X, Y, Z respectively in human female reproductive system. So ये इनमें से कौन से sites है, ovary में कौन सा होगा, fallopian tube में कौन सा, and then in uterus which one. So X uterus की बात करें, so this is the blastocyst stage, that is जब after fertilization. First of all, fertilized egg, fertilization कहाँ होता है, ये आपने बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ा है. Fertilization takes place in fallopian tube. So obviously यहाँ क्या होगा, male and female egg cell fusion होगा sperm और cell का. So it will be fertilized egg. So Y में 3 A B C में fertilized दिया गया है, and X जो कि है हमारा that is uterus. So after fertilization at the stage of 5-day blastocyst stage में यहाँ आएगा. So this would be option C would be the correct answer क्योंकि X है blastocyst stage, Y fallopian tube में fertilized egg and Z में is unfertilized egg क्योंकि unfertilized eggs हमारे ovaries में रहते हैं. ठीक है, वो बच्चे लोग के unfertilized egg and then it goes to fallopian tube where fertilization takes place. So the correct answer would be option C. Okay. Moving on to question number 8. Penetration of sperm in the ovum is followed by, so whether it is formation of the first polar body or completion of meiosis II or first meiosis or dissolution of zona pellucida. So the correct answer is option B. After the completion of meiosis II, there is penetration of sperm in the ovum. Question 9. The correct sequence of sequence of hormone secretion from being of menstruation is. So menstrual cycle में it is very important question. आप लोग को याद होना चाहिए what are the correct sequence of hormone secretion. So first it is FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone. फिर हमारा आ जाएगा estrogen and then इसके बाद होता है हमारा progesterone. Okay. So according to this option, this would be option C would be the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer for question 9. Question 10. In the deciduous aquatic plant shown, so here is an aquatic plant given here. So you need to identify the characteristics of the male flowers that reach the female flowers from पॉलिनेशन. तो आपको उसको कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स बताना है मेल फ्लावर का जो कि रीच आउट करता है टू फीमेल फ्लावर्स फॉर pollination. Okay, so here is the male flower. Here we can see, look at here, and this is the pistillated flower. Pistillated means pistil is the female reproductive part. So here we can see staminated flower as given here. Stamen hai hamara. So the correct answer for this is option C. That is, size of the flowers are small, color of the flower should be white, and characteristics feature of pollen grains की बात करें, they should be small and they should be covered with mucilage. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Question 11. The thalamus contributes to the fruit formation in, so food formation of thalamus would be strawberry. It is not banana, orange, guava, it is strawberry. So thalamus, it contributes to the formation of fruit in case of strawberry. Question number 12. How many type of gametes would be produced if the genotype of a parent is A, capital A, small a, and BB? So you need to find out how many gametes are produced. So अगर हम बात करें gametes की AABB का, so here would be एक तो आपका हो जाएगा AB, एक होगा आपका AB. Okay, So we would get only two gametes. That is your option B would be the correct answer. Question 13. Which of the following statement indicates parallelism in genes and chromosomes? So this could be seen, they occur in pairs. Yes, definitely. They segregate during gamete formation. Yes. दे शो लीकेज नो, इसमें पैरेललिज्म में लीकेज नहीं होता है. इंडिपेंडेंट पेयर सेग्रीगेट इंडिपेंडेंटली. यस. So this would be our option number 1, 3 and 4. So this is your 1, 2 and 4. That is your option. D is the correct answer. So option D हमारा आंसर होगा. Now coming to question number 14. Which of the following amino acid substitution is responsible for causing sickle cell anemia? So, sickle cell anemia is caused due to glutamic acid substitution by valine, that is the beta globulin chain. So you have to be careful, alpha नहीं है, ये beta globulin chain है at the 6th position. तो आपको क्या क्या याद रखना है? एक तो glutamic acid, कौन सा अमीनो एसिड है? glutamic acid का substitution हो रहा है किससे? valine से. किस पे? बीटा ग्लोबिन चेन में एट द 6th पोजीशन. ठीक है, ये चीजें याद रखना एंड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ये याद रख लो. ठीक है. 15. In human being, where genotype AABBCC represents dark skin colored and small a, small b, small c represents light skin color, and the sequence represents the intermediate skin color. So the pattern of genetic inheritance can be termed as, okay, so this would be whether it is a pleiotropy and codominance, or it is pleiotropy and incomplete dominance, or it is polygenic and qualitative inheritance, or it is polygenic and quantitative inheritance. So this is basically, first of all, ये different type of genetic genomic है. So it is polygenic as well as quantitative inheritance. So option D would be the correct answer. Question number 16. Which of the following combination of chromosome numbers represents the correct sex determination patterns in honeybee? So honeybee के लिए आपको बताना है कौन से which is the combination of number of chromosomes in order to determine the sex. So this is option B, that is male should be 16 chromosome and in female 32 chromosomes. Moving on to question number 17. Rajesh and Mahesh have defective hemoglobin due to the genetic disorder. Rajesh has too few globin molecules while Mahesh has incorrectly functioning globin molecules. So इन दोनों में ही राजेश और महेश दोनों they have a defective hemoglobin. बट डिफरेंस क्या है? डिफरेंस ये है कि राजेश का जो जिनके पास उनके पास बहुत कम ग्लोबिन मॉलिक्यूल्स है, बट महेश की बात करें दे हैव इनकरेक्टली फंक्शनिंग globulin molecule. So you need to identify the disorder they are suffering from. So अगर आप राजेश की बात करें, so राजेश is suffering from thalassemia. It is an autosome linked recessive blood disorder. Whereas अगर हम महेश की बात करें, so महेश is suffering from sickle cell anemia, and it is also an autosome linked recessive trait. Okay. जिसमें कि functioning globin. So see the question how they have framed here. So if unless until you are cleared with the concept, you won't be able to answer such a simple question. Okay. Moving on to the question number 18. Which of the following criteria must a molecule fulfill to act as a genetic molecules? तो genetic material, sorry, इनमें से कौन से criteria होने चाहिए for a molecule so as to be used as a genetic material? So it should not be able to generate its replica. तो दिस ऑप्शन इज ये फुलफिल नहीं कर रहा है. इट शुड केमिकली एंड स्ट्रक्चरली बी स्टेबल. डेफिनेटली इट शुड बी केमिकली एंड स्ट्रक्चरली बी स्टेबल, एंड इट शुड नॉट अलाउ स्लो म्यूटेशन. नो, इट शुड, ये भी गलत है. दिस इज नॉट अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. It should be able to express itself in the form of Mendelian characteristics. Definitely, this is the option. So we got two correct points for criteria for a good genetic material. So second and third, fourth. So if you look at the option D would be the correct answer. Moving on to the 19th. The promoter site and the terminator site for transcription are located at, so they are located at, अगर promoter sites की बात करें तो 5 prime upstream end and 3 prime downstream end respectively of the transcription unit. That is promoter है हमारा 5 prime end में upstream में, and downstream की बात करें वहाँ हमारा terminator है, that is your 3 prime end. Question 20. Which of the following is correct about mature RNA in eukaryotes? So अगर आप mature RNA molecule की बात करें, so this would be your option B, that is exons appear but introns do not appear in the mature RNA. मतलब mature RNA में exons रहते हैं but introns नहीं रहते हैं, ठीक है. Question number 21. In E. coli, that is Escherichia coli, the lac operon gets switched on when? So जो lac operon वाला concept है ये अच्छे से आप सभी को पढ़ लेना क्योंकि उससे question definitely पूछता है. So this is the when lactose is present and it binds to the repressor. तो जब lactose present रहता है और repressor को bind कर देता है, so it switches on, lac operon switch on हो जाता है, ठीक है. Okay, question number 22. Oswald Avery, Colin MacLeod, and MacLeod McCarthy used enzymes to purify biochemicals such as proteins, DNA, RNA from the heat-killed S strains to see which one could transform live cells into S cells, that is rough cells into smooth cells in the Griffiths experiment. They observed that उन्होंने क्या observe किया that the DNAs they inhibited the transformation. Okay, protease and RNAs affected by transformation नहीं होगा, protease and lipase affected by transformation नहीं होगा, ना RNAs होगा. It is the DNAs that inhibited transformation. तो उन्होंने ये चीज observe किया while purifying the biochemicals. Question 23rd. So here we can see a tRNA. Okay, structure देखिए clover leaf structure है tRNA. So here AUG. Okay, AUG on the mRNA में AUG है will result in the activation of which of the following RNA having correct combination of the amino acids. तो आपको बताना इसमें से कौन सा correct combination of amino acid होगा. So हमारे A साइड पे कौन सा amino acid होगा. So that would be our option. This will be methionine. यहाँ हमारा methionine होगा और यहाँ अगर आप बात करें B में हमारा हो जाएगा UAG. So this would be your option. B would be the correct answer. 24. Short stretch of DNA used to identify complementary sequence in a sample are called, हम यहाँ बात करें short stretch of DNA. So this is whether it's a probe, marker, VNTRs or primers. So the correct answer is option A, that is probes. Probes are the short stretch of DNA that are used to identify complementary sequence in case of sample. Okay, so we are done with all 24 questions in section A. But in your exam, you have to attempt out of 24, 20 questions आपको attempt करना है और ये 20 questions जो first 20 आपने attempt किया होगा that would be evaluated. So make sure कि अगर आप confident नहीं हो 4 questions में तो don't attempt them. ठीक है, जो 20 questions पे आप sure हो please attempt that because it would lead to losing your marks. ठीक है. Now coming to section B. Section B also consists of 24 questions and you have to attempt 20 questions. At the first attempted 20 questions would be evaluated. This you have to keep in mind. Okay. So question from 25 to 28 consists of 2 statements. Here we have given assertion दिया है and उसका reason दिया, मतलब एक statement दिया है और उसका reason दिया. तो आपको बताना है कि whether the ए एंड आर जो असर्शन रीजन दिया है वो दोनों ट्रू है कि नहीं, और जो रीजन दिया है वो करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ ए है कि नहीं। अगर ये है तो आप ए सेलेक्ट करोगे, अगर बी है दैट इज बोथ द स्टेटमेंट आर ट्रू बट जो रीजन दिया गया है वो करेक्ट नहीं है, करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है ऑप्शन स्टेटमेंट का, असर्शन का। और इट इज दैट ए ट्रू है एंड बी फॉल्स है, आर फॉल्स है, या फिर ए फॉल्स है एंड आर ट्रू है, ये भी हो सकता है। तो दैट इन दैट केस यू विल सेलेक्ट ऑप्शन डी। ओके, सो विल सी द क्वेश्चन नंबर 25। असर्शन क्या दिया है, लैक्टेशनल एमोनोरिया इज द नेचुरल मेथड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन। यस, ये तो एब्सोल्युटली ट्रू है दैट lactation of is a natural method of contraception that is after the delivery of the baby. So the lactation period में क्या रहता है, if a person they mate, so in that case जो प्रेगनेंसी के चांसेस बहुत कम होते हैं, तो इट्स अ नेचुरल मेथड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन। रीजन क्या दिया है, इट इंक्रीजेस द फाइगोसाइटोसिस ऑफ द स्पर्म। फैगो नो, दिस इज फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट। तो अगर हमारा स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है और असर्शन ट्रू है, रीजन फॉल्स है, सो दिस वुड कम अंडर ऑप्शन सी। सो ये हमारा सी होगा। Second, 26th question. Saheli, an oral contraceptive for females, contains a steroid preparation. नो सर, स्टेरॉयडल प्रिपरेशन। सो सहेली की बात करें, जो ओरल एक कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल है फॉर फीमेल्स, इट कंटेन्स अ स्टेरॉयडल प्रिपरेशन। द स्टेटमेंट इज एब्सोल्युटली फॉल्स। बट अगर रीजन की बात करें, इट इज अ वंस अ वीक पिल विद अ वेरी फ्यू साइड इफेक्ट, दिस इज ट्रू। सो अगर हमारा असर्शन फॉल्स है, रीजन ट्रू है, सो ये हमारा हो जाएगा ऑप्शन डी। 27th, paturation is induced by complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Paturation means the release of fetus from the vagina. So yes, this is a true statement. हमारा assertion true है that it induces a complex neuroendocrine mechanism. Reason क्या दिया है, at the end of gestation period, that is the 9th month, the maternal pituitary releases prolactin which causes uterine contraction. No, this is not the reason for the statement given here. So this would be again a false one. So this is your option C would be the correct answer. 28th, assertion is given that when two genes in a dihybrid cross are situated on the same chromosomes, एक ही जीन हमारे एक ही क्रोमोसोम में, अगर ये आपके क्रोमोसोम है, ठीक है, तो अगर दो genes they in a dihybrid cross are situated in the same chromosome, the proportion of the parental gene combination is much higher than the non-parental type. Yes, this is absolutely true. जो प्रपोर्शन होगा जो पैरेंटल जीन का, अगर जब ज़्यादा एक ही में है तो ऑब्वियसली वो ज़्यादा होगा, क्योंकि अगर जितना डिस्टेंस में रहेंगे तो उसका क्रॉसिंग ओवर होने का चांसेस है। अगर ये पास रहे तो उसमें ऑब्वियसली पैरेंटल कैरेक्टर ज़्यादा रहेगा दैट नॉट पैरेंटल टाइप। रीज़न क्या दिया है, हाई पैरेंटल जीन कैन बी एट्रीब्यूटेड टू क्रॉसिंग ओवर बिटवीन दी जीन्स। नो, दिस इज फॉल्स। क्रॉसिंग ओवर नहीं होगा क्योंकि ज़्यादा पास है तो लीकेज होगा, पास रहेगा। सो दिस इज फॉल्स। सो ट्रू एट फॉल्स हो तो अगेन दिस वुड बी सी ऑप्शन वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर। ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 29. ओके, 29 ये वाला यहाँ मार्क क्या, सो दिस इज द 29th. ओके, सो वी आर डन विद दिस थिंग। आपके क्वेश्चन नंबर 25 से 28 असर्शन रीजन था। सो नाउ दिस इज द अदर वन। Concentration of which of the following substances will decrease the maternal blood as it flows from the embryo to placenta through the umbilical cord? So इनमें से कौन सा किसकी concentration की वजह से it would decrease the maternal blood, जो कि maternal blood जो flow करता है to amoeba from the placenta through the umbilical cord, whether it is oxygen, amino acid, or it is carbon dioxide, or it is urea. So this would be definitely, one would be your carbon oxygen and the other would be amino acids. So this would be your option A would be the correct answer. That is, oxygen and amino acid substance would decrease in maternal blood as it flows from embryo to placenta through the umbilical cord. Okay. Moving to question number 30. In a fertilized ovule, end, 2 end and 3 end conditions occur respectively. ओके, तो आपको बताना है फर्टिलाइज्ड ओव्यूल में ये कौन से कंडीशन में आता है. सो दिस इज योर ऑप्शन ए वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर, क्योंकि एन आपके एंटीपोडल रीजन में होता है एंड जाइगोट में जब मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट फर्टिलाइज्ड होते हैं तो वो 2 एन बनाते हैं एंड एंडोस्पर्म स्टेज में पीईपी वाले स्टेज में इट गेट्स 3 एन, 3 क्रोमोसोम्स. ओके, सो 30 का आपका हो गया ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. 31 question. A botanist studying viola, that is the common name pansy, noticed that one of the two flowers types withered and developed no further due to some unfavorable conditions. So, but the other flower type on the same plant, it survived and it resulted in a assured seed sets. Which of the following would be correct? ओके, तो एक बोटेनिस्ट है, ही वाज या शी वाज स्टडीइंग वायोला, जिसका कॉमन नेम पैंसी दिया गया. उन्होंने नोटिस किया कि 2 flowers वेर withered मास निकला एंड दे डेवलप्ड नो फर्दर ड्यू टू सम अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन, बट द अदर flower type at the same plants it survived. तो उन्होंने स्टडी किया एंड देन we need to answer which of the statement would be correct in this. So the flower type which survived is clistogamous and it is always exhibit autogamy. Yes, this is the correct answer. That is, the flower would be survive due to clistogamous and it is always exhibit autogamy. Okay, it is related with the pollination. So आपको पूरा chapter अच्छे से देखना है. Now 32 questions. So here I'm just discussing question answer in detail. जाएंगे तो पूरा cover नहीं कर पाएंगे. Later on, I will be seeing each and every topic. During paturation, a pregnant woman is having prolonged labor pain and childbirth has to be fasted. So it is advised to administer a hormone that can, ठीक है, ड्यूरिंग पैचुरेशन ऑब्वियसली लेबर पेन तब होता है, दैट इज द जब फीटस इज बीइंग रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम वजाइना, सो ऑब्वियसली लेबर पेन स्टार्ट हो जाता है एंड वो बच्चे को जल्दी से बाहर निकालने के लिए क्या एडवाइस किया जाता है कि किस कौन सा हार्मोन देना चाहिए, कौन सा हार्मोन देने से क्या होगा. इट वुड इंक्रीज द मेटाबॉलिक रेट और इट रिलीजेस ग्लूकोज इन द ब्लड और इट स्टिमुलेट्स द ओवरी और इट एक्टिवेट्स स्मूथ मसल. सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, क्योंकि एक्टिवेट जैसे स्मूथ मसल को कर देगा तो इससे क्या होगा, रिलैक्सेशन की वजह से क्या होता है वो वजाइनल एरियाज में क्या होगा, एरिया स्मूथन हो जाएगा, रिलैक्स हो जाएगा, सो दैट द fetus can easily come out. Question number 33. A female undergoing IVF, in vitro fertilization treatment, has blocked fallopian tubes. So the technique by which the embryo with more than 8 blastomere will be transferred into the female for further development is. ओके, सो हमें एक इन विट्रो फर्टिलाइजेशन ट्रीटमेंट बताया गया है जिसमें कि ब्लॉक्ड फैलोपियन ट्यूब्स है और इसमें कौन सा टेक्निक यूज किया जाएगा जिसमें कि एम्ब्रियो को मोर देन 8 ब्लास्टोमियर स्टेज में जब ट्रांसफर करते हैं फीमेल्स में, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज, सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज बी, दैट इज ऑप्शन बी, गैमेट इंट्राफैलोपियन ट्रांसफर. तो गैमेट के स्टेज में हम उसको ट्रांसफर करते हैं, तो दैट इज योर ऑप्शन बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Question 34. The mode of action of copper ions in an IUD, intrauterine device, is to, तो कॉपर का क्या फंक्शन रहता है. सो कॉपर बेसिकली क्या करता है, इट डिक्रीजेज द मूवमेंट ऑफ द स्पर्म. ठीक है, स्पर्म की मूवमेंट को डिक्रीज कर देता है तो डेफिनेटली इट वोंट रीच टू दी ओवम फॉर फर्टिलाइजेशन. Question 35. To produce 400 seeds, the number of meiotic division required will be, so it would be option C, that is 500. Meiotic division, to produce 400 seeds, the number of meiotic divisions would be required, that would be option C, that is 500. Question 36. A cross is made between tall pea plants having green pods and dwarf pea plants having yellow pods. So in F2 generation out of 80 plants, how many are likely to be tall plants? तो अगर हम आउट ऑफ ये जब इनके क्रॉस की बात करें डाईहाइब्रिड क्रॉस आउट 60 आउट ऑफ हमारा ये आपका डाईहाइब्रिड का 9:3:3:1 रहता है सो दैट इज योर 16 okay and then we have 9 plus 3 that would be the tall so हम 12 जो रिमेनिंग बचा अपॉन 6 इंटू 80 करेंगे तो हमें मिलता है 60 so this would be option D would be the correct answer. Question 37. In Atrium, RR is phenotypically red flowers, small r white, and capital R small r is pink. So select the correct phenotype ratio in F1 generation when a cross is performed between capital R and small r. तो इसमें आपको cross करके find out करना है which one will be the answer. So here we'll be get 2 red and 2 pink flowers. Okay. So here is the answer. Now 38. What would be the genotype of the parrot if the offspring have the phenotypes that is 1:1 proportion? So आपको बता रहा है कौन सा क्या होगा genotype if the offspring have 1:1 proportion. So this would be your option D. Okay. आपका एक recessive trait होगा और एक आपका heterozygous होगा. Text 39 questions. So what is the pattern of inheritance in the above pedigree chart? Pedigree chart आपको बहुत अच्छे से समझना चाहिए concept उसके सारे symbols and it is important. So this is 39 would be your option B. Autosomal recessive traits. Because इसमें आप एक तो skip नहीं कर रहा है कोई भी generation and recessive traits आप देख सकते हो. Okay, next question. A couple has two daughters. What is the probability that the third child will also be a female? So question 50, that would be obviously 50%. अब इस पे option भी होगा क्योंकि here we cannot, it would be 50% chance that it would be a male or a female. Genotype, a genotypic ratio of 1:2:1 is obtained in a cross between. So ये ratio आपको किस cross पे मिलेगा? This would be, you will get in case of AB AB.